As we enter hurricane season, one town is taking an innovative approach to stormwater management, and you'd be surprised about who they're partnering with. Sheila Bupp lives in Knoll Shores.
Yeah, moved in July 4th weekend, and then Flores came in early September.
Bupp knows firsthand the damages floodwaters can cause.
We had about 2.5 feet of water in the first floor and ended up gutting the whole first floor and 2/3 of the second floor. We purchased a camper and lived literally right here in the front yard for over a year while we remodeled.
Moody Analytics estimate property damages from Florence range between $17 to $22 billion.
The Pamlico River has already started to spill into town, with a projection of 9 to 13 feet of storm surge going up to Greenville.
This is where traditionally we've had the greatest impact from stormwater and flooding.
Brian Kramer manages the town of Knoll Shores.
During the worst events, such as hurricanes and such, this area in Florence was under 3 or 4 feet of water.
Kramer is talking about the eastern part of Knoll Shores. That's where Bupp lives. Kramer says Hurricane Florence magnified many problems in the area.
We had our first responders initially driving through or working in those polluted waters. A biologist told the mayor and I early on after Florence we ought not to have people in that water right away, so it was hard to reopen the town given that, and we eventually did. But issue first and foremost is health and safety, and then following that, a lot of property damage.
The town began an innovative stormwater project. Part of that project lies behind Bupp's house. Above ground, it looks like a simple street drain, but Kramer explains how it's much more.
There's a perforated pipe underground here that runs from most heavily impacted areas and then is pumped to the golf course pond network. We're on the east end of the pond network of the Crystal Coast Country Club. When the water's rising, this water is going to be pumped down a 1,200-foot, 24-inch line into that infiltration chamber that we have down at the Sound.
The infiltration chamber is the novel approach this town is taking. This helps keep the environment safe when floodwaters are extreme.
And it doesn't take much. If the water table is high and we have 3 or so inches of rain in a 24-hour period, we're going to have impacts. We're going to have water in septic fields, in garages, possibly in homes, certainly covering roadways, coming down off the state highway, and everything I just mentioned introduces pollutants.
When it floods, water fills the ponds of Crystal Coast Country Club.
So what we're looking at is the last in a treatment train of a stormwater system installed in town.
Bree Sharon works for the North Carolina Coastal Federation. The Federation and the town partnered to create an innovative stormwater project. Projects like these are funded by the North Carolina Land and Water Fund.
Stormwater, on the coast we're really worried about bacteria because that's what affects our recreational water quality. So if you want to go swimming, the sound can be closed for recreational purposes due to bacteria levels. In addition, shellfish harvesting can be closed due to bacteria levels.
The infiltration chamber is disguised as a sand trap at the country club. The chamber acts as a filter. When it storms, polluted waters go through the infiltration system. That's where bacteria, nutrients, and other contaminants will settle before water reaches the Sound.
So it'll already be settled from being in the infiltration basin and going either moving through, but if it reaches a point where it overtops, then we have that added factor of the grass filtering as well.
The project is about 95% complete. Back in the neighborhoods of Knoll Shores, Sheila Bupp says she's already noticed a difference.
Am I looking forward to seeing how this works? Very much so. Just from what we've seen, our land literally has not been dry since Florence until the pipeline started. So the fact that it's actually crunchy when you walk across it now and it's dry we're encouraged by that. But, working towards, hurricane season, we're like, all right, let's test this and see.